Hey guys, it's Jupiter Dog back with another video, and today I'm going to give you guys a complete guide to XP. I'm going to give you guys some tips on the best ways to level up and what the best choices are. First off, starting with the best way to level up. I did not discover this, but one of the best ways to get XP is going over here to mini modes, home run derby, playoff line. You can do as many as you want to. You're going to go over here to some of these historic teams. Ken Griffey and David Ortiz you could get, and every home run's like 25 XP, so if you're hitting like 20, over 20, it's definitely worth it. Also, some of the good things to do, moments. If you can do your evos for however many players you got, ton of XP in there. As many of these challenges as you can do. The Zimmerman ones, the second inning. Like for Al Kaline right here, I got, let's see, 7,900 XP right there, and that was easy. These are just quick methods XP, and you're also gaining a lot of other stuff while you're doing it. This is incredible right here for XP, but I just haven't made the time to do them. These aren't terrible, but I'm not doing them yet. Obviously, just want to do your moments. That's tip number 2. Also, rank season is great because you got the boosts once you rank up to like 5, 6, 7. You know, even when you get to World Series, you get a ton of XP. Also, collections, you're gonna want to get to about 30 of each team. Also, do all your starters. Live series, you're gonna want to get to about 30 of each team. If that's a little tough, just do 10 or 20, because that's still a ton of XP that you're getting. Also, I think everyone's sleeping on this year. No one's really talking about it. Free agents, man, you get so much XP out of this. It's not even funny. And all these cards are cheap. Like, the majority at least are cheap. I think Yasiel Puig is a little bit more expensive. But like these commons, you could get them very cheap. And the coin reward that you get back is probably enough to pay for it. If we're talking like here. Even this, like 3,000. I mean, that should cover most of it, what it costs. You can only do your trophy collections as well. One flash record, legend, equipment, player. Just get all these. I don't have 30 golds that are locked in yet, so I haven't done this, but I will eventually. Also, legends and flashbacks, because these are very easy, especially rookies. You get a ton of cheap or even free rookies that you can lock in here that, I mean, give you just free XP. I guess it's not free, but still a ton of XP. March to October, I mean, obviously all the tips for XP is just play the game a lot. Ones that you can get a little bit more XP than others. Moments, I find a ton of XP from there, but you kind of cap out because you can do all the moments there and still have more time to play. And I say March to October is great too. A ton of XP from there. It's very rewarding. But now that we've gone over some ways to earn XP and some of the better ways, let's go into who you should take at every pack that really matters. Okay, so this is obviously you're just starting. Craig Biggio is nice because he got speed as a catcher. That's probably who I'd take, and he still does sell for the most. Even if you were returning to this pack, still makes sense to take him. I'm just trying to get us all these guys for me personally. But Evo, I think my personal favorite is Eddie. He's a staple on my team right now. Very good. I mean, absolutely kills righties. Good vision. Like, this card will be on my team for a while. But I was thinking about taking Pudge for a while. Got Gary Sanchez not too long after I decided to get Eddie Matthews, who's very, a really good hitting catcher. Defense is subpar in that card. But this card's got solid enough contact and very good defense. So this card is very solid. The one that I think looks the worst to me is Cargo. I mean, he's a good contact hitter, but that speed's a little low. Good arm. I don't know. I haven't used this card yet, and I will try it. I haven't not speak from experience on either Cargo or Pudge. But yeah, so I would suggest Eddie Matthews, and then I'd take Dan Eckersley, because Eckersley will be on your team probably the longest, but Eddie Matthews is very good. If you're looking for a catcher, lock it down for a while. Pudge is nice. You can't really go wrong there, but I just picked out a couple of my favorites. Next, on packs that matter, pitcher. Let's see. This card is nice. A lot of stamina. Hershiser is nice. You just take need right there. Hitter, I'm just trying to outline some of the good ones I know. People like Chipper, I'm not a fan, but yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, you just take what you think you need, and if you're not gonna need it, sell it, or just lock them in for XP. Now, this one is where it starts to get interesting. I don't think you can go wrong with this pack. They're all good in their own way, but I think there's a couple that are better than the others. If you're looking for like a superstar power hitter, this Gary Sanchez is very good. 80 arm. His defense is subpar. That's why he left my team now. But, I mean, great power hitter. I mean, none of these other guys are real power hitters. Alberto Mondesi, switch hitting, speedy shortstop with with okay defense. I would probably play him at second base because that defense is a little subpar. But the speed, stealing, and base running aggressiveness makes him a perfect leadoff guy. And like good contact too. I mean, he's gonna play better against lefties, but I mean, a switch hitter, he should always have the side advantage, so that's a bonus. Good bunt too. So if I had to rank him, I'd probably do 1 Gary Sanchez, 2 Alberto Mondesi, 3 I'd say is Charlie Morton because he's got crazy stamina and like a good pitch array. I have a 1.35 ERA with him in 13 innings, which is not a huge sample size. But next, I would probably say Victor Robles. Good contact hitter, fast, decent enough defense. Not bad. Very low power. His vision and discipline are tough. But good speed, good defense, and good contact. Alex Reyes is probably the worst. Even though I picked him before I picked Alberto Mondesi and Victor Robles, just because I needed a guy to kind of take that 5th pitcher spot on my rotation, and I figured I might as well get someone who's free and won't really play for me that much. So, I mean, his stats are bad, but he's free, so that's why I picked. Here I just take who's most expensive, and if you have a couple of holes, fill them. But this pack right here is interesting. So, Mickey is a switch hitter, very good against righties, very fast, good defense. I was not a fan of this card when I used him. He was okay, but David Ortiz, he's a pinch hitter for me right now. He's solid enough. I like this card. Obviously, you're only going to use him against righties, but, you know, he's a pinch hitter, and that's pretty much it. Gary Sheffield, very good against lefties. You know, good defense at third base with that 89 arm. But none of these cards will really be on your team for a long time. Mariano's still on my team, and I do not like this card that much. But, you know, I can't really complain. His pitch array is just weak. I mean, that's one of the negative things. If he had, like, a curve or something, it could really help him out, but he doesn't. Glavin. I've used Glavin. He's okay for me. But I have not used Maddox or Smoltz. Smoltz looks like the worst because his main thing is that he has a fast fastball. But, I mean, it's not even that fast of a fastball. Maddox, I mean, he's got great stuff, but his fastball is, like, nowhere near fast enough. Like, that's how fast probably a changeup should be. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but still. So I would probably take Mariano, get a good bullpen arm. You can never have enough. I like Glavin, and for hitters, Mickey for sure. Ortiz, if you're like down the stretch and you're like, I could use a pinch hitter. Okay, this one is important. So all these guys are good except for Willie McCovey. Don't even look at him. If you're taking him, you're either Willie McCovey himself, the biggest Giants fan in the world, way at the end, or Willie McCovey's biggest fan. That card is terrible. I would not take it. So first time around I would probably take Corey Kluber. And I'd say this because his stats are great. Home runs per 9 is very low, which leads him to give up a lot of home runs for me. But otherwise, I mean, he's a great pitcher. Hal, also very good, but he's not even going to be my first. He wasn't my first. He's not my second. He's not my third. I'll probably take him fourth. So I took Corey first. Very good for me. I took Ricky second. And Ricky is very, very, very good. I like this card a lot. Great against lefties. He's still okay against righties, but with that speed and stealing. Let me show you his stats. Stole 17 bases. He was only caught 5 times because I was trying to you know, steal third and be greedy. But see, he bats 349 against lefties for me. Even if he's a guy that you only bring in to face lefties, I mean, he's going to be fantastic at that. And even against righties, he's still okay for me. I really like this card. I stand by this as probably my person I'd want to take second. Then because my pitching is so good at starters, I would take Raleigh Fingers. But if you don't have that great of a starting rotation, I'd take Hal. Still very, very good. Very good. But, I mean, if he had a 99 fastball and outlier, he'd be incredible. But still, great stuff. Sweep and curve, changer, slider, two-seam, four-seam. And Corey has a sinker, slurve, cutter, fastball, changeup. Both of them had great arrays. Raleigh is who I'm taking next just because he looks like the best closer in the game by far. He doesn't have the best pitches in the world, but still sinker, fastball, slider, forkball. Great stats, like nothing under 86 with pitching. And that's velo, and he's not even really a velo pitcher. So out of his per nines, the lowest is a 96 with good stamina, so he could probably pitch 2 or so innings. That just seems easy for me at number 3. But if you don't have a great pitching staff, I'd probably take him 4. You just take him at the end when you have to take him right there. Now this is the big pack, so you can't go wrong in this pack. Everyone is good in their own way. So I took Barry Larkin first. I'm loving this card. Betting 275, stole 30 bases with him. Good defense. Like I haven't had any complaints with that defense. Against righties, I mean, I probably bat a little bit better against righties, yeah, than lefties, but I hit my homers with lefty, because when he's against lefties, he's gonna hit more homers, obviously. So I've hit 2 homers against lefties. Great vision, great clutch, good defense. I love this card. It's one of my favorite. He's my favorite card on my team right now. Reggie Jackson. This card, the hitting obviously fantastic. Clutch is ridiculous. I wish his vision was just a tiny bit higher, and his power was lefty. If that was a little bit higher, just a great hitter. I mean, I don't think any of these guys you can go wrong with. Obviously, I've said that, but this guy, the best hitter out of the bunch, for sure. I mean, I guess best all-around hitter. Ridiculous. That defense and speed, though. The base running, I mean, it's just not great. Defense, arm is good, but that's 68 fielding. He's not going to be fantastic, but defense-wise, but he's probably the best hitter here. Ryan Sandberg, this is pretty much the popular pick, but he is very similar to this next card. And I'll tell you why I took Minnie ahead of Ryan. Because so far I've taken Barry Larkin and Minnie Minoso, but their stats are like almost identical, I feel like. Minnie is a better contact hitter by far. Minnie is a worse power hitter, for sure. Vision is very high. Discipline and clutch, it's all higher than Ryan Sandberg's. The bunt, drag bunt, and durability, all higher. Ryan has better defense, yeah, and he has a better steal, but Minnie's faster and has just worse defense, not that much worse. And I like Minnie because he's very versatile. I can play him anywhere in the outfield and third base. So when it comes to that, like, oh man, my outfield's filled up, I can always put him in third base, which Ryan Sandberg, he can play second or third. I'm not saying this Ryan Sandberg is a bad card, so I'll probably take him next time I come up, or I don't know. But he's still a good card. I just don't think he's as great as Minnie. For right now, I'm batting 400 with Minnie. Only 20 at bats, so no homers yet. But I mean, when I'm going against a righty, maybe I'll get one soon. See, this is who I think is the worst right here, Buster Posey. And it's not because this card looks bad. It's just that there's so many great catchers. Well, it's not that there's so many great catchers that you can use your creative player at catcher, and I think that that's the move because their stats are ridiculous. But so if I had to rank them, from my personal opinion, Larkin 1, Minnie 2, Ryan 3, Reggie 4, just because that defense, and Buster 5. But you can't go wrong with any of these guys. It just depends on your team needs. And yeah, so High Diamond is a pack like I'm not even gonna get it for a while. But like I said earlier, I'm gonna take Raleigh, but if you wanted to take Hal 2, you could take Hal 2 or 3. If you really want this card. But I think people are sleeping on this Ricky Henderson card. He is very, very good. That's the kind of one thing I wanted to say, because no one's really like a lot of other YouTubers that make these lists. They never ever talk about Ricky, and Ricky is great for me. All right, I want to let everyone know that I'm gonna be getting a gameplay out tomorrow, maybe today or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But Miguel Cabrera and Bob Feller gameplay. Yeah, that'll be out soon. So if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. If this helped you out, let me know. I'll see you guys later. This is Droopy Dog.